I got pointed at, so I'm guessing I'm live now. Hey, everybody. We're doing an intro because we've got a game tonight, and this is Final Show Films. I'd like to welcome you all to what's happening. I'm eating right now because the only thing I had today before this was Arby's, and that was like 7 hours ago. So I have some pie to get me through this intro. We are welcoming you here to Final Show Films. I usually say that during the intro. Maybe I already did. And if you like what we do here, I kind of like what we do here. Pie is excellent, by the way. You can go over to our Patreon on patreon.com/fsfilms, which I'm pretty sure is the URL. I say it almost every week, so I should know better by now. And you can support us on Patreon to help us do more of what we do here. We also want to thank our $24 supporters, Hot Water Flame, L, Samantha Bates, and Jeremy Alexander. Oops, that's the problem. Good thing the pie plate's here. Anyway, and they support us for $25 a week. There's other tiers, I'm pretty sure. I haven't actually visited the website in a long time. But so we've got that that's available. Anyway, I'm going to finish eating this pie while you guys watch the credits and maybe find a napkin. Maybe not. I don't know. Could go either way. But yeah, enjoy, everybody. Hey, Jeremy, roll those credits for me, will you? I'm making a mess.
Yeah, it's possibly just from like practice.
Yeah, maybe just rubbing, yes.
Hey, everybody. Welcome once again to Changeling the Lost in Grove or Green, a World of Darkness chronicle that we're running here on Final Show Films. My name is Jack. I'm your storyteller and pie eater for this evening. And joining me this evening is Mara.
Hi, I'm Mara. I'm playing Liz, the Wizened Oracle.
And joining us in the throes of laughing at the innuendo I just made, William or Shawnee.
It wasn't just an innuendo, it's also a Scottish thing. Hi, I am William or Shawnee, and I am playing Phage, the Ogre Gristle Grinder.
And an irrational number, Jeremy.
Hi, I'm Jeremy. I am playing Megan Lansing, Draconic Ferrets, and don't forget Arby's. It's like shock and awe for your bowels.
A little bit of a math joke for my math-inclined people out there. Julia's here too.
Hi, I'm Julia. I'm playing Alana Spencer, the Ferris Dancer.
And also, one person who is apparently not irrationally opposed to blackberries, I'm guessing, Holly.
I love blackberries.
See? Smart people.
It's my favorite kind of muffin that I like to make.
I don't know.
Hi, I'm Holly. I'm playing Lark, Beast Twinwing.
Excellent. So, I'm keeping this gimmick going because it was only 5/16 of a pie in that pan, and somebody should finish it. Last time in Baltimore, the Motley Unlikely split up to pursue some individual endeavors in the wake of the True Fae's continued hunting of mortals throughout the city. Phage recruited a series of candidates to assist Lark in her plans to create a new entitlement, while Akujin, played by Sen, who is unfortunately not with us this evening, prepared for tryouts for inductees into his entitlement, the Squires of the Broken Blade. Liz harvested a few goblin fruits and drove off an opportunistic hedge reptile with a gun. Liz had the gun, not the reptile. While Alana tested her own capacity for prescience and went to get a dramatic makeover. And as Lark prepares to conduct auditions, and Alana waits for her new stylist Madrigal to finish her dye job, a radio clicks on nearby. The queen strikes where the prey is plentiful and pays no mind to Changeling's sentinel. Danger is all that in these streets is found. Alarms and weeping are the only sound within the keyhole as foes catch their breath twixt anthems sad, nothing but songs of death. Alana, go ahead and give me a wits and composure -3.
Okie dokie.
As you are spun around in a chair, your dye job concluded, and your efforts to maintain a solid hold on an image that you were hoping to manifest through the magical alterations of, both your mien and your mask, that part of your appearance that's visible to mortal eyes who are untouched and unaffected largely by the weird, at least to their knowledge, as well as that bit of your perspective and presentation that's visible to those who have been through the hedge and back. 2 successes.
2 successes.
All right, then. Meanwhile, Madrigal rolls her efforts. Oops, that's the wrong button. There we go. Okay. There's a picture in the mirror ahead of you. Mirrors are significant to changelings. Mirrors serve as reflections. Mirrors serve as reminders of that you are not what you usually envision yourself to be. They confront you with the truth of your dual existence. Sometimes they can be portals or gateways into the hedge. That first touch of a land imbued with magic in a way that is incontrovertible and undeniable. The place where you lost fragments of your soul, your memory. It's like a pool of water, but held static, and sometimes can be hung on a wall, carried in a hand or in a pocket. This mirror shows you as you have been changed to be. There is an umbra of orange bleeding into red, fading into white, and then back to a oddly chameleon-esque flicker at the very end of the tips. Parts yellow, parts black, parts darker white still. As your hair shifts with the movement, it genuinely flickers like a flame. And then for a minute, it goes away, and all you can see is your bare scalp. And then it's back again.
Okay. Just gonna. Are her arms free? She wasn't tied down or anything.
No, she wasn't restrained or anything. Absolutely not.
So she's just gonna.
It's not that kind of salon.
Right. She's gonna reach up and grab and take a look at her hair.
And you give it a look out of the corner of your eye, pull it in front of your gaze, and yeah, no, it's fundamentally altered. It's a different color and shade and length. And then your hand is empty for a moment as it vanishes, and then it's back. But out of your fingers, it's fallen back to where it would normally fall from gravity. Madrigal kind of leans forward. Oh, interesting. Had a little bit of trouble holding on to a picture there, huh?
Yeah. A lot of thoughts.
Well, give it a few days. worst comes to worst, vanishing. You wear the shaved look pretty dramatically. You got the right facial structure for it, and looks like it's kind of intermittent. And she kind of does the hairdresser, draw her own fingertips through it to kind of see how it falls and adjust it slightly back and forth.
I mean, aside from the occasional flicker, it's gorgeous.
Excellent. Well, I pride myself on doing the best mean work in the city. So,
thank you. What do I owe you?
We'll call that favor in later.
Oh boy. Okay.
Spring to spring, it won't hurt that much.
Oh, fair.
And you, Liz, you've been looking through those art books for a while now. Find anything you like? She's had a series of sample books out of her various artwork and stuff that she's done for tattoos and stuff. These volumes as well have that dual aspect to them where you can shift them back and forth and be like, oh, this is what it's going to look like on my mask, and this is what it looks like when it's tattooed into the weird and reflected on my mien as well.
Yeah. I think I need to make an appointment. Okay.
The closest one's 3 weeks out.
Okay, that one.
Okay. She puts your name down.
This is bad at appointments in general. Even odds whether she'll make this one.
In her schedule book, pulls out a card, writes the date on the back, sticks it in your pocket.
Thanks.
Absolutely.
Okay. It looks nice to Alana.
Thank you.
It's very dramatic.
I love it. So if it doesn't stabilize, I guess, by a few days.
So it'll probably stabilize one way or another. But if it doesn't, then you get this interesting little intermittent, sometimes vanishing hairstyle.
Okay.
Which is new, but not entirely unprecedented. But, of course, your mask is static, so you're not going to have to worry about people wondering if your wig blew off in the street.
Fair.
Okay.
Do you do anything other than the hair and tattoos?
I mean, I've got some... There's mani-pedi. And go ahead and give me a persuasion check for Alana.
Okay.
I had a quick question.
Yeah.
She had her appointment book open. Could I see names for things happening recently?
Give me a wits and composure.
I'm curious.
Persuasion.
Words that have never ended well with list.
I'm curious.
Yeah. What attribute am I using with persuasion?
You'll be rolling. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I literally just said persuasion, didn't I?
It's okay.
You'll be doing a manipulation persuasion.
Manip persuasion.
Can I spend a willpower on this?
You absolutely may.
Okay. Let's just go ahead and burn those early.
2
successes.
Liz, you're looking through. There are a lot of names in there. None of them that you particularly recognize.
Okay. Like in a way of these are just people I don't know, or in a way it's like these seem like maybe aliases that she's putting in here.
That
I
would be an
see.
intelligence and investigation.
Okay. Like when she put my name in there, am I in
Mhm.
there as myself? 3 successes.
3 successes. So you are put down there as Liss U. Dot.
Okay.
You see a couple others that have similar names. Some of them are full first name, last name. Some of them are first initial, last name. Some of them are first name, last initial, apparently. So yeah, some of these might be made up names. A lot, it's mostly all in her handwriting. There are a few entries in a different penmanship. And you know she's got people who work here with her sometimes. But yeah, you would surmise that at least most of these are probably mortals,
Okay.
just normal people. You know,
Okay.
there's nothing about the shop where it's like, you know, oh yes, no, you walk past and none of the humans notice it's even here.
Mhm.
This is a tattoo shop.
Got it.
Yeah. So
Okay.
yeah.
And if I can ask another question, any
Mhm.
names that are repeated multiple times, like someone's coming in and getting their appearance changed over and over and over again?
Not that you can see on these
Okay.
pages that you have access to.
Yep. Okay.
Alana, you make your request, kind of push of, you know, what else do you do? She pauses for a minute and then gives you a look. Or there's some more extreme options, but that takes time and preparation.
Hey, can I make a consult with you?
Absolutely.
That way I can be informed of all the possible,
All right.
all the possibilities.
And she'll look down the list of open appointments and put you down. We've got one 2 days after Lys's.
That works for me.
All right. Or if you catch me at the night gallery on an evening, feel free to just drop by and chat.
Awesome. Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Did you save my number?
Oh,
From
I
when I
save
called
everybody.
earlier.
I save everybody's number.
Oh, okay, okay. Well, I will get an Uber for us, Les.
Okay.
Thank you again.
Of course. You'll be hearing from me. And eventually a vehicle pulls up and carries you both away.
Why do you want to look different?
That was forward. Because ever since I've gotten back, one of the few things that did exist in my durance were the mirrors of the dance hall. So I've looked at this for 10 years without being able to do anything to it. So I wanted to change it
Ah.
because that's the way she made me look, not the way I look.
Uh-huh. I don't look how I remember. But I couldn't really see people. Okay. How are you? Staring right at you.
I'm okay, I suppose. Still a little. I don't know if angry is the word, but frustrated with what's gone on the past 24 hours between Barnaby and I.
Oh. he met our group and he came up and Nero nearly punched him. I'm angry too.
What's wrong?
There was a lizard and I shot it.
Okay, hold on a second. Like how big of a lizard? And where?
In the hedge. It was I didn't get a good look at it. It was scurrying up away.
Shit, nobody called the cops, your driver says? As you're having this conversation completely
No,
out
don't.
loud in the back of an Uber?
No. Don't call the cops.
That's
Liz?
Oh no.
So I'm gonna pull over.
That is perfectly fine.
And
I will give you.
You can
5
give me
stars.
whatever. Okay. You guys are probably about halfway back to the mansion.
Yep.
And
Just kidding.
dumped out it. I mean, it's spring in Baltimore. It's a
Yeah.
nice day.
It's a great day.
Yeah, no, gorgeous weather out.
So Alana's gonna book another Uber real quick.
Scurry away from this one.
Yeah.
Your rating just tank.
Yep. So before the next guy shows up, we have like 5 minutes. Okay,
The next guy.
I called us another Uber.
What if this
To
one
get us
calls
through-
the cops?
Maybe don't call the cops because it raises suspicion in people.
They started it.
No, technically we did because we were talking about those things in just around normal people.
Oh shit. Yeah, I said the hedge.
Yeah.
We have to kill him.
Sure did.
No.
Oh no.
No, we don't.
What if
That was an
don't-
escalation I was not prepared for.
Liz is gonna start pacing
Liz.
anxiously?
Liz, I want you to
It's not
roll
good.
presence and resolve.
Yeah.
Alana, I want you to roll manipulation and persuasion.
Oh boy.
This is the beginning of one of those times where something horribly catastrophic has happened. Someone's flying through the air and it free frames like, you're probably wondering how I got here.
Yeah,
Right, exactly. Yep, that's me.
Can-
You're probably
can
wondering.
I
how
spend a
ended up in
willpower on this?
situation. You absolutely may.
Okay. 3 successes.
So that's a tie. I'll let
Yeah.
you guys figure out how that goes then. It's just nice to have some numbers to go with it.
Sure.
Okay, Liz, breathe. It's okay. It's okay. I know it feels like it's not, but it's okay. People get thrown out of Ubers all of the time because they're nuts. He probably just thinks that he doesn't want to get wrapped up with us and has led us on our way.
Okay. Sure. Anyway, so I'll probably need more bullets eventually. But I think I still have plenty. for
Okay,
when it
wait,
comes
back to that. Did you happen to see what did it look like?
Well, something's been eating the fruit in my garden in the hollow, and I saw it when I went out there today, and I shot at it and I tried to chase after it and it got away. But
Did it happen to teleport?
I don't remember.
It did.
Okay, yes.
Kind of every shade of green all at once?
Sure. Yeah. Sounds right.
Oh. He's
Right
gonna
for
be
Spencer?
so mad. Yeah, that's me.
Hop on back. Or front. Up to you. Love your hair.
Thank you. I just got it done.
Looks great.
Get it back of car.
Okay.
So that character is called Sprinkles.
Oh,
Do you remember what I said about the other day where I said when you get to meet Sprinkles, you'll love Sprinkles? Yeah.
you were wrong.
I listen, I think once you actually get to know him,
He's eating my plants.
I mean, that happens.
Those are valuable. They're very useful.
Yeah, cats are nightmares, huh?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Just look at lists. I will have a talk to him. I honestly don't know how much English he understands. Sometimes he makes me wonder. But I will talk to him and I will explain that he needs to stay out of the garden.
Okay, that's acceptable.
I don't think he listened last time because Lark was there and he, you know how anything you have authority over just acts the fuck up as soon as somebody that's not supposed to be there is there. Like
No.
kids.
Sure.
Did you not have younger brothers or
No.
younger family members?
An only child.
I envy you.
Just gonna stare out the window.
Ride passes in silence, and then
Where-
eventually you're.
Where are we going?
Back to the mansion.
Can you drop me off at the crack house?
Car slowly begins to
Yeah.
decelerate just a little.
It's just the name that it's just a nickname.
Yeah.
It's actually a really nice house. Shitty neighborhood, but really nice house.
Give me a manipulation and persuasion.
I'm really running through those.
This is why Phage keeps saying we should just be calling it the row house because it's what it is.
3 successes.
You have to
We
give me
should just know when not to say things in front of normal people.
You want Liz to know that?
Yes, especially 30 seconds after the last time.
I mean, yeah,
See,
let me
I love it.
edit. Let me route edit here real quick. Just a sec. Okay. What's the address?
And she will prattle off
Right. Yep.
the row house address.
Yeah, I can drop you there.
Thank you.
I need to roll a die. You start to pull up. He's like, "Oh shit! This is Porno Snowman."
I'm sorry, what?
Okay, so, no, like this past winter, there were like this vacant lot right next to there were a whole bunch of snowmen.
That was my
Yeah.
girlfriend.
Your girlfriend? Your girlfriend's a fucking legend.
She is.
It was all over Facebook.
I'll tell her.
Yeah, no, the group eventually got taken down because of like terms of service or whatever. But yeah, no, everybody was going ape shit for the Porno Snowmen. Thought it was the funniest shit.
Snowman.
Look, I rolled a D10 for the guy and it
No,
landed
no,
on
I
his
no.
love it.
Right, yeah.
Delightful. Delightful.
I saw that the little kid just yes when you did it. It was great.
Okay, yeah, well, have a great day. Awesome.
You too. Bye.
Props to your girlfriend.
Yup.
And he will drive Julia. He will drive Alana, excuse me, to the to Lark's place.
So
Where's
Julie
Megan?
going?
I don't know. I don't remember where I left off.
I think the last thing we covered with you was that you dropped the ring.
Oh,
off of
that's right.
Felix.
That's right. That's right.
And then I don't remember if you had touched base with anybody after that
No,
about
I
the
don't
house and
think
all
so.
that shit.
But I was going to because Grumman had told me, yeah.
Drummond is a monk from
Thank you.
Terra.
Listen, your guys' fault.
I had the name first.
That's fair.
You're not wrong. No, I think Megan then is gonna have to Uber because she's
Right.
still not on her bike because
Yep.
you know
Mhm.
I
Yeah, how many points of lethal damage do you still have?
I believe it's 2.
Okay.
Yes. Because those take 3 days each to get rid of.
3 days of bed rest. So today does not count.
I mean, hair in the face. So yeah, she is going to walk down. You know what? There's an alleyway right there. She's gonna walk to the alley. Change her clothes.
Okay.
She did bring an extra. She did bring other clothes with her.
Yep.
I remember saying that.
Mhm.
And then casually walk out of the alleyway and go in Newport, and I think probably to Lark's
Okay.
because heads up about houses need to happen.
Absolutely. Quite reasonable. Lark, you are at the mansion. You and Barnaby. I forget. Had Phage headed that direction after talking with Cocklebar?
I believe Fate was headed back to the Commons.
Okay.
There was a thing she needed to do, and I cannot remember what it was.
All right. But you're there with Barnaby and Butterfly, who is watching something in the living room. And eventually you hear a knock at the door.
Right. She is going to ask Barnaby to get it because she is
Right.
sitting and not moving, is what she said she was going to do.
Okay.
Was there that? Oh, wait.
Yeah. She
Right.
probably started to get up and then
Nope.
was like, "Ah, never mind. Nope. Did you get that?"
Amazing. But you hear a voice saying, yeah, I came down the web that there was a audition that Lark was holding today. So I and Barnaby gives an affirmative answer and escorts in a girl with very pale skin. You can see flowers crowning her head and trailing down back over her shoulders. She almost looks porcelain. And although the flowers are blooming brightly with vibrant colors, there's little edges of frost and trailing icicles coming off the fringe of each petal. And there's an palpable chilly temperature shift as she comes into the room. Lark, you know that this is a Winter Court member whose name had been floated as one of the potential options, Nina Lepetals. She's just sort of standing there, kind of with her hands clasped in front of her, dressed in fairly casual clothing, but a little on the more formal end, very flowy.
Hi, is Lark once again tries to get up and then. Sorry.
Hi.
Hi. Sorry, I can't move currently.
Oh no. Are you okay?
That's yet to be determined. Hi, it is wonderful that you are here. Do you know what's going on?
Um, I've been told, and you can see as well, coming out of this wreath of flowers around her head are a pair of antlers that are also trailing these icicles. Um, the lips are painted like a deep, deep crimson. And she's got this long, straight black hair that sort of frames her face. Uh, there was talk of that you were starting something that would help the keyhold, and specifically give insight to dangers before they arrived.
Yes, it would be
But you
like
needed singers and dancers and that sort of thing.
yes. It works off of vibrations, and it would be essentially an early warning system, which we desperately need right now.
No, that would be excellent. Yeah.
So yes, I was trying to look for a few more people. I have one of my motley mates joining it right now, and one other. And I'm looking for at least two others right now.
Oh, great. Well, yeah. No. So, what sort of audition are we doing? She's kind of looking around and like you can see her sort of tilt her head as you two are talking in the kitchen here, which the acoustics aren't terrible. But it is a little bit of an odd place to audition, what with the island dominating most of the space and that
Right.
kind of thing. But
We can move it to the living room.
oh, okay, great. Do you need a hand? And Barnaby sort of steps forward, like,
Yeah, she'll lean on Barnaby.
Okay, excellent. So you guys reposition. What sort of audition is Lark going to ask for?
She'll just ask her to show her what she can do,
Okay,
what she's strongest at performance wise.
all right. Butterfly is begrudgingly convinced to turn off Gilmore Girls and let Nina take the center stage, as it were. And she kind of drums her fingers together for a moment and then starts a very simple song. It's obviously a original composition. And knowing that there's a level of changeling magic, this is not just a, hey, can you perform? You can tell there is a bit of the weird in here. She's singing in a language you don't understand. It's ethereal and soaring somehow. And it almost sounds more like a vocal exercise in parts, but there's very clearly lyrics to it as well. And let's give her a roll. She is naturally going to spend willpower on this. It's a very powerful performance. There's genuine skill and talent here. Go ahead and give me a wits and occult, I'll say, for Lark. What's your weird?
4.
She is not as strongly connected to the weird, not as deeply invested in it as you are. But there's definite potential there. After that, she breaks into a bit of a dance and weaker on that, but still competent.
Not as strong as Alana on that.
Very much not.
Mhm.
And then does a little bow, and there's a pause, and then she pulls out a set of 3 balls and starts juggling. But she biffs it. Still working on that. She gets like 3 exchanges down, and then one of them goes tumbling. And she tries for a trick grab and misses. More of a vocalist, but I'm trying to broaden.
No, that's great. I mean, we're looking for more vocalists, but I like to see what people have to offer. Thank you so much. I've got a few more people to see today, so I will let you know.
Thanks. Yeah. And she pulls out a Post-it note with a phone number on it and just kind of hands it to you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks for having me. Kind of gives everybody, the other 2 in the room, a bit of a wave. Megan, you're pulling up and you see a winter courtier leaving, getting on a fixie bicycle and just pedaling off down the street away from the mansion.
Oh. All right. Head in or knock. I do knock.
Mm-hmm. Go away!
Butterfly, Barnaby, could you get that, please?
Yeah. And Megan,
Stop.
come on in.
Go.
She's in the living room.
Okay. Hey there, Sunshine. How you feeling?
I've been better.
During the club?
Honestly, I think I've been worse, so...
Yeah.
I don't think you know I'm currently holding auditions today. It's the first person just left.
For...
Oh, for my entitlement.
Okay. Megan hasn't heard any of the thing about this.
Right, yeah, no.
She assumes that Alana had like mentioned this to Megan.
No.
Not knowing that those 2 just don't talk.
It's been 12 hours, you guys.
Okay, technically like 24, but
okay, but still, you're not wrong.
She'll start her. Oh, I figured Alana had told you. I figured out the dream thing that I had, and I'm creating an entitlement to provide an early warning system for us.
Oh, cool.
And so I'm looking for people, mainly vocalists, different performers that can help because it works off vibrations.
Sing, dragon,
we
sing.
Lose.
Sing, dragon,
Lost.
sing.
We lost
dragon, sing.
Julia. She'll be right back, I'm sure. Cool.
And Alana's going to be in it with me.
I mean, that makes sense.
As is, but she points at Butterfly. Did you want to audition Butterfly?
Who's doing spirit fingers at Megan and mouthing "Sing, Dragon, Sing" over and over again.
Right.
Did you want to audition Butterfly?
Yes, she should.
Is that what Butterfly says?
Yes.
Okay.
Still apparently very invested in the concept of getting Megan to sing.
Oh, I was talking to you, Butterfly.
No. Yes.
I was asking if you wanted to audition.
Sometimes.
It's fine. You're in. Don't worry.
Dragon hasn't sung anything yet.
I'm
Do it,
talking
Bitsy
to
Spider.
you.
Hmm. 'Cause- 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 'cause
Do you want to audition,
Sorry, I'm
Megan?
fixing windows. Sorry. God damn, fuck off, Zoom.
I was getting called out, so my internet decided to make me leave.
Yep, legit.
Makes sense.
Shit, now I have to fix windows. You know, I'm not a singer. I move, I can do other stuff absolutely. I can sing, it just costs me glamour to do it well. I've got a lot going on right now anyway, so
I figured I would ask
appreciate it.
Butterflies
Yes.
Chanting over there.
I appreciate it.
How are you doing, by the way?
You
'Cause you
know,
kind of vanished last night.
yeah, well, I figured it was good for me to get out of there at that particular moment. Does that fix it? Yep, that fixes it. A little calmer now, partially because I beat the living fuck out of some people.
You what now?
Long story, but it's relevant to you. So apparently you're having a house watched by Drummond.
Yeah, I mentioned it briefly before we got attacked. There's a house that's really like it's weird and it's angry.
Yeah, don't go near that house.
Were you near that house?
I was in a house.
Why were you in the house?
It's a long story. It's best you not know the specific details for legal reasons.
Were you in the house alone?
Oh no, there were a lot of other people in there.
Like changelings or people we don't know?
Oh no, normal everyday people.
So you went
Hang on, I need to make a roll for Butterfly.
You went to this messed up house by yourself.
Somebody needed a favor.
You went there by yourself. Well, there's a true family.
I didn't know it was a messed up house. I didn't know it was a messed up house.
Okay, putting that aside, you went there.
BICTIMS.
What?
Anyways,
what?
So you went there.
Yes.
Injured.
Yes, I did the thing that I tell everybody else not to do. Yes.
I'm just making that clear. Go on.
I fully understand. I will argue many differences, but I fully understand that I was a hypocrite in that moment.
Does Alana knock when she gets to the mansion?
She fucking lives there. No, she doesn't.
Right, yeah. So the door opens and you hear somebody coming in.
This is perfect timing. While she is coming in, Lark says, talking about having a moment, your girlfriend, as Alana walks in.
What about her girlfriend?
Hi, Alana.
Hi.
Hey.
VICTIMS.
Victims.
Yes.
Oh, V.
I heard B.
I heard B the first time too as well. Yes.
It's not just me. Good. Because I was trying to spell that out and I was very confused.
I was like, what did you just say?
I thought you were trying to do bitch something.
Same
and
here.
I was trying to figure out.
What about Victims, Butterfly?
People in the house.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, that's accurate.
Okay.
Sorry, hon, you walked into the middle of me explaining my day.
Alana's hair has changed.
Yeah. Alana looks drastically different, both me and mask. And as you're watching Megan, her hair vanishes down to the scalp for a brief moment and then reverts.
Okay, that looks amazing.
Thank you. There is a possibility that so it's technically flickering in and out right now, which is why it Yeah, so there's a possibility that it could stabilize while bald. Good news is I like to wear wigs. So there's that.
Fair.
But what were you doing? Why
Anyways,
victims?
yes. I don't know. So, all right. Somebody I know needed to have a bit of a favor done. There was a. It's a long story. The details doesn't matter, but I needed someone to retrieve a ring and deliver a little bit of payback.
And so you had to go in that house.
People live in this house, yes. So fun story, the house is alive and won't let anybody leave.
Why is Baltimore so fucked up?
Yeah, we need to avoid that house.
Well, won't let anybody leave. Now, I assume other people were leaving because they were coming and going because they sell drugs out of that place. But I don't think they're leaving now. It's fine. I'm fine. I had a very understanding chat with the house. It let me go.
How fine does Megan look?
Megan didn't take any damage in that fight.
Give me an intelligence and medicine.
To Medicine, I have no dots in it. This is a chance die.
All right. Roll that chance die.
Or it'll auto calculate if I do a normal roll, right?
No, it'll make it 0. You'll have to click where it says chance under the dice roller section in the corner.
Submit.
I mean, you're hard to tell. She looks kind of like shit, but that might just be
yesterday.
Hi, I had yesterday. Right.
Hi, someone jabbed my eye out the other day. No, she didn't take any physical damage during the fight, so
again,
she probably has a few.
The fight. It's World of
Darkness. Yes. I mean, in fairness, her knuckles probably look bruised all the fuck up.
Yeah,
but but anyways, yeah, we should not go in that house. It is not friendly.
Yeah, that's what I had determined and told everyone.
I missed that message.
It was right before we got attacked. I will give you that.
Also, I don't know if Lark provided like the actual address or location, or just said there's a house I'm having watched that is creepy.
She provided the road.
Okay.
She didn't provide the exact address. She said this road, and I'm having Drummond watch the house.
Gotcha.
In my defense, I did suffer ocular trauma recently, and that may have superseded anything that happened in the moments before it.
So while this conversation is going on, what's Phage up to at the Commons?
I believe, if I'm recalling correctly, the thing that she had been intending to do when she got back to the Commons was follow up on the things that she had put forward, because she had sent someone to retrieve a number of black powder weapons for the Freehold, and also B, she was waiting on an emissary from Winter.
Yes. Specifically, let me pull up my spreadsheet. You were looking for the Winter functionary in charge of which aspect was it again?
I was looking to get a conversation with the Queen if possible, and
That's right.
You have Sonata that you can contact.
Mira.
No, yeah, Sonata was the one I had asked to reach out.
Yeah, Sonata is the spring courtier who reached out and basically said, "Hey, we want a conversation." And they said somebody will be in contact effectively.
Yeah.
That's right. Where's that note that I have? Okay. So you're checking up on the acquisition of weapons, which is underway. They're going through some paperwork because they're having to get it's you can get unlicensed firearms of normal capacity easier than you can get unlicensed firearms that are for black powder, because where's the demand for that? But they're working on finding some sources to get that in a way that is not necessarily putting anybody from the Keyhold on record as having bought a whole bunch of black powder guns. So that's in the works, and you're able to get an update on that. They think within the next day or so they should have at least half a dozen, if not more.
You had already gotten a response on the winter thing. My notes.
Yeah, I said some. Yeah, they said someone would be in touch. I'm waiting on that in touch contact.
Yep. Which is when they one of the High Thunder Motley in, let's see, which one would it be? Red 5, that massive ogre comes in. Winter's here to see you.
All right, send him in.
And they stump back out and hold the door open. And gliding in all of her goth majesty, Hushabeth just glides through the door.
Evening, Hushabeth.
Pulls out a phone, tick, 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 tick. You hear Siri go, hello.
Good to see you.
You too.
All right, I suppose I should ask, in what function are you serving with Winter at the moment?
Brief pause, tilt of the head. Diplomatic representative.
Of anyone in particular?
Yes.
That's the most answer I'm going to get, isn't it?
Also yes.
All right. And I, the player, know that there was a very specific conversation topic that I was intending to follow up with then, and I am forgetting what it was.
Let me see. Cycle back.
Because I know there was a reason I needed to speak with Winter specifically.
I am not seeing that in my notes. So we'll come back to this. Give yourself a moment to recollect that one. What's Liz up to back at the crack house?
Good question. She is checking all of the doors and windows.
Okay.
Not going to go into the hollow.
All right.
Because I may accidentally murder my motley knight's pet. So I don't want to do that. I'm going to text Tag to ask when I can talk to him about. I found more letter. She's going to say basically, I found more letters for that collection.
No, he was the one who gave you the last 2 letters.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
Oh, I've forgotten that. Never
Mhm.
mind then. No,
Okay.
she's gonna keep working on the shield she was making.
Okay, give me another dexterity and crafts then.
Yep. Some long periods of uninterrupted time. Great time to work on a craft project.
Gotta love it.
2 successes.
Okay, starting to make some more slow progress.
Yep.
But an hour goes by and you continue. Meanwhile, back at the mansion.
Yep. What was the last thing said?
That you had gone in to beat up some people for Devon.
Yep. Yeah, stay away
tables.
Stay away from stay away from the house. Definitely bad. but I don't see any reason why we would need to go there.
Concerning that it exists, though.
Oh, it's very concerning that it exists. But the only problems I honestly saw, as long as people leave it alone, were the people inside, and they are no longer concerned.
All right.
Do you want to clarify on that?
It is not inconceivable that the house ate them.
Not the direction I thought that was going to go, but
Wonderful
that's way
information.
better.
One of them tried to go for a door, grab the doorknob, and the doorknob decided, "You are part of me now," by spiking out. Yeah, it's not letting. I don't think it's letting them leave. Well, probably my. I don't know. Drummond's. I'm assuming is still watching it, but we might want to keep an eye on the house just to see if it lets those guys out. But even
I
if
can
it
ask
did-
Drummond at some point.
yeah, even if it does, they're just going to be people who saw something weird, and they won't be able to identify anybody anyways.
So, Alana, you
Yeah.
look amazing, by the way.
Yes.
Thank you.
Are you doing better?
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm.
Would you like to help me with auditions?
Can I do one thing first?
Yeah, there's no one else here right now. I did have one person come already.
Okay, and she'll turn her attention back to Megan. Can we talk? Like, she'll point up to her room.
Yeah. Absolutely. Go with. Yep.
So, God, where do I begin? Do you remember when we were talking about Adelaide?
Yes.
Well, that concert that we had 3 months to prepare for has been rescheduled, and it's happening a little sooner than expected.
Okay.
It's in 4 days.
Okay. How are we feeling about this?
Terrified, but I'll have you there with me if
Yes,
you want to go.
will. Yes, absolutely.
Honestly, I'm just worried I'm gonna scare her, or she's gonna think I don't know. There's 100 things that have gone through my mind. She would think that I wasn't real, or I was somebody playing a joke, or she may just snap. I said it. Yeah, I said it earlier today. I'll say it again. Fuck this story and fuck its timing.
So I guess, and my question would be, what in your ideal world, how would it turn out?
I think if you had asked me that question before I got out, I would say that I'd want to go back to being with Addie.
Mm-hmm.
And know that I'm not just saying this because you're in the room and can hear me. But I don't think that's what I want anymore.
Okay.
Barnaby and Lark have told me that I need to take a step back from the mundane world and focus on being a changeling. Not devote my entire life to it like I've been thinking black and white. Talking with Madrigal helped me with that. But Adelaide is a connection to the human world, and I just want to give her closure and let her move on.
Okay. We can do whatever you need. I'll help you with on that. I mean, as to the picking a side thing, you gotta realize right now we're in crisis mode.
Yeah,
this is not normal times. Not saying that this doesn't happen fairly this concerningly regularly. But you know, there is a significant amount of downtime between potential
bullshit,
catastrophic circumstances.
Fair enough.
Like there's plenty of time to let the pendulum swing a little more towards regularity when we're feeling a little bit more regular.
Right, when the world isn't trying to be taken away from us.
Right, exactly. Like you'll have that time. Don't worry about that. Don't make any hard decisions one way or the other. Just for now, we probably need to focus a little more here, and I get that. And then we will have plenty of time for the rest.
I owe Larkin Barnaby a bit of an apology for the way I acted earlier. I don't think how do I put this? I'm a teenager's brain stuck in an adult's body, and it is very jarring, and my hormones are constantly going, and I'm being stupid and angry, and yeah, I need to get better.
Someone who went through an emotionally traumatizing incident at a formative age, that's you're acting completely normal.
Fair, I guess.
Doesn't mean that you don't recognize when you do something perhaps that you shouldn't have, or you try to make good with other people or anything like that. But like, don't beat yourself up too hard. It's a normal reaction. I'm sure they know that too.
I know, but I still think I need to apologize.
I mean, fair. Well, at the very least, I'm sure they will appreciate it.
On a completely different note.
Okay.
And she will get up and where did Megan go in the bedroom? Did she sit beside her? Or did she stand at the door? What happened?
She is, I don't know, she's probably seen beside her.
She will just sort of scoot a little closer. I listened to the playlist you sent me yesterday.
Oh, good.
And she's just going to lean forward and kiss you on the lips.
She will doorbell rings.
Slight jump.
Not the doorbell to this room that you're in. The doorbell to the house in general.
Please tell me every room has a door.
Yes, every room has a door.
As Adele's former player,
right,
built this fucking house.
Yes, yeah, because how else do you freak out people in rooms than doorbells?
So each of the rooms has a doorbell. Some of them are hidden. None of them sound the same.
Like that would be exactly the kind of thing that she would have found fucking hilarious.
Sure, yeah, absolutely.
Even if they're never used, it's just the notion.
Right, an indoor doorbell, right?
Yep.
That's fucking
her darkling weirdness.
Right. Well, it's the front door doorbell that rings right now. And Barnaby will,
Barnaby, yep.
Mm-hmm. Did we want to let the upstairs people know,
Um,
or
th-
should we just?
maybe after he did, if you could just answer the door first, maybe.
No, yeah, okay.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to treat you like a butler.
No,
I'm so sorry.
it's fine. You're not treating me like a butler, he says, pulling the door open and ignoring the person who's standing on the threshold, because I'm not wearing a stupid little suit jacket. Tessa, hey, come on in. We're doing auditions in the living room. You like Gilmore Girls? That might be relevant later. Don't worry about it.
I love
And Tessa Dancing, who is a spring courtier, comes in. She's got very dark skin, kind of a dark hair going to a light lavender ombre, wearing a broad-brimmed hat, and there's a very similar, honestly, aspect, but more naturally built in to the mien, where you can see just that shift of light, that flicker of fire that's emanating off of her. And even the little bits of petals that waft away from her spring mantle eventually turn to these iridescent cinders before they evaporate into nothingness. And yeah, she's very striking in her appearance, and has that sort of inscrutable kind of wafty aspect that a flame siren frequently displays. Lark, I heard you were putting together a fun club.
Yes. How to speed through things, she will give her the same rundown
Right. Mm-hmm.
that she gave. And she'll ask Barnaby if he can see if Alana wants to come down.
Okay, Barnaby, you guys up in the bedroom hear thump, 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 thump of big goat hooves coming up. And then there's a faint outside the door.
We're decent.
Got another prospective, if anybody wants to come down and watch.
That's my cue.
That sounds weirdly illicit, the way that you put that, Barnaby.
Welcome to Autumn.
I mean, you're not fair enough. Cool.
He
I'll be
did not open the
voyeuristic.
door or ring the doorbell.
Yeah.
He's just talking to you through a closed door. It's great.
Do you want to maybe like get dinner or do like an actual date tonight, or just your place in a movie?
That would be fantastic.
Okay.
Yes, for sure.
Let's go downstairs and
Be
listen to some people
voyeurs.
sing. Yeah. Alana's gonna go over to her desk, grab a notebook and a pencil, and then head down.
Okay.
She's probably done judging for singing before.
She comes downstairs, Lark. Paper and pencil. That would have been a good idea.
Mm-hmm. And she will just hand the two of them to Lark.
You.
As it starts. That day, the saucers landed. Hundreds of them, golden, silent, coming down from the sky like great snowflakes, and the people of Earth stood and stared as they descended, waiting dry-mouthed to find what waited inside for us, and none of us knowing if we would be here tomorrow. But you didn't notice, because that day, the day the saucers came, by some coincidence, was the day the graves gave up their dead, and the zombies pushed up through soft earth, or erupted, shambling and dull-eyed, unstoppable, came towards us, the living, and we screamed and ran. But you did not notice this, because on the saucer day, which was the zombie day, it was Ragnarok also, and the television screens showed us a ship built of dead man's nails, a serpent, a wolf, all bigger than the mind could hold, and the cameraman could not get far enough away. And then the gods came out, but you did not see them coming, because On the saucer zombie battling gods day, the floodgates broke, and each of us was engulfed by genies and sprites offering us wishes and wonders and eternities and charm and cleverness and true brave hearts and pots of gold while giants fee-fo-fummed across the land and killer bees. But you had no idea of any of this because that day, the saucer day, the zombie day, the Ragnarok and fairies day, the day the great winds came and snows and the cities turned to crystal, the day all plants died and plastics dissolved, the day the computers turned, the screens telling us we would obey, the day angels, drunk and muddled, stumbled from the bars and all the bells of London were sounded, the day animals spoke to us in Assyrian, the Yeti day, the fluttering capes and arrival of the time machine day. You didn't notice any of this, because you were sitting in your room, not doing anything, not even reading, not really, just looking at your telephone, wondering if I was going to call. She bows her head.
Very cool. Give her a little bit of applause.
I like poetry, but I can sing a bit too if you want. If that.
Yeah, like if you want to just give me a little sample of it.
Sure.
But that was great.
She honestly does pretty well on the singing too. The
she
poetry
recited that
maybe
Neil Gaiman poem pretty well. So
you're right. Yeah. The poetry was a little unexpected, so it didn't come across probably as well as she was hoping. But her rendition of Old Man River doesn't go too badly either. And she's got a level of poise to her. She's very composed, very deliberate in her performance. Meanwhile, Liz.
Yeah.
You've put some bits back together. This mosaic sort of shield, right?
Yep.
Is starting to take form. You think you're about halfway done.
Okay. I'm having trouble concentrating on that.
Uh-huh.
So I stop. She paces around the room. She picks up a half a dozen things and puts them back down immediately. And eventually goes into the bathroom and begins to unpick the flower from her back.
Okay.
Very carefully with the first aid kit.
All right. Go ahead and give me a dexterity and I'll say athletics. You've got tools, but you're also doing it over your shoulder in a mirror, so I'm going to say it's at a -1 still.
Okay. I'm going to spend willpower on this.
Okay.
2. 3 successes.
Okay. It's painful and there's blood afterwards, but you manage to pick it out without too much actual physical trauma or damage. You only take 1 point of bashing.
Okay. I had 2 points of bashing. Did those go away? I forget.
Those would have gone up. Those would have gone away.
Okay.
Yeah. No,
Cool.
bashing disappears after about
I thought
15, 20 minutes usually.
Yeah.
I think.
All right.
Maybe it's half an hour, but regardless.
And then she goes to find markers and is going to begin not sanitary is going to begin testing out the design she saw in the books because she doesn't know what she wants at all.
Is she trying
No
to do
idea.
is she trying to do a stick and poke tattoo on herself or just drawing on her arm?
She's trying to just
She's
draw
just drawing.
to test
Okay,
out.
all right, all right.
It might end up doing that because she doesn't know what she's doing.
Sure, absolutely. Home done tattoos are always the best tattoos.
Yeah.
Never do that, audience.
Yeah.
Go ahead and give me a I'm going to say manipulation and crafts.
Okay. a success.
You're getting the form down a little bit, but the lines are not going the way you want.
Mhm.
I'm going to presume that Liz has probably done most of her art on paper
Yes.
or some sort of medium canvas, something like that before now.
Mhm.
The
Pavement.
the curvature of drawing on a human body and the way it is a very different canvas to anything that she's worked at or tried before.
Mhm.
And trying to blend effectively a two-dimensional flat piece of art properly to a three-dimensional surface that has a tendency to twist and morph underneath the application of the art itself makes it much more difficult, I think, than Liz was initially anticipating. But you're getting something there for sure.
Okay. It's not working out. I'm gonna cross them out.
Okay.
And then I will be texting Phage.
What does the
that-
text say?
The text says, help. Also, I need to show you the letters. I forgot. The new ones.
And that is where we will take our break.
Yeah.
All right.
And now we're back.
Excellent, we're back. Back. So, Phage gets that text in the middle of what conversation with Hushabeth's
Yeah.
phone?
So yeah, as she looks across, I need to establish a dialogue with Winter in general.
That's why I'm here.
We need to be working together as a freehold to actually deal with this, and I need the intelligence that Winter can provide.
What are you looking for?
Well, first, I'm looking to extend a bit more of an olive branch, and she will lay Mira's journal onto the table.
Hushabeth will step over, pull a pencil out of her pocket, kind of flip the cover open. Okay.
I figured that ought to be returned to the people who most know how to use it.
Noted.
As for what I need, coordination is the thing that I need most. This freehold needs to be able to stand together or it'll fall apart alone. But as for specific things that I'm looking for in the immediate, any information on potential disappearances or whereabouts of the individual that is currently being remarked on as the Van Helsing killer, if we could find out where they ended up going, that'd be helpful. And if anyone's got eyes on what's happening hedgeside.
All right. What else?
I'd like to hear what Winter's suggestions and plans are for dealing with this threat. I've got dialogues and open conversations with the other two courts, and they all have their own ideas and plans to put forward, but I don't know what Winter wants or what Winter needs.
Brief pause. Go ahead and give me a manipulation and persuasion.
Persuasion. Can I put willpower into this?
Sure.
2 successes.
The Silent Arrow has not observed a direct threat to the changelings of the Keyhold by this murderer or the intruder before yesterday.
Was I aware of something happening yesterday?
Yeah, you all got shot at and shit.
Yes, yeah, I got
Right.
timeline.
Right, yeah, no, yeah.
All good.
Yesterday was when you all got attacked by the hunter from the hedge.
Yeah.
Initially, we would have recommended watching from a distance to evaluate the scope of the threat, not engaging confrontationally.
And now?
Changeling blood has been shed. There is no reason to assume that that will be the last. Ambush. Lay a trap, strike hard, melt away. Repeat as needed.
Trying to set up an early warning system.
Wise.
But if there's anything that Winter would like to achieve, tell me what you need, and I'll see what I can do.
She kind of taps the top corner of her phone case for a second. Thoughtful. I'll take your offer to the Monarch of Frost. You can expect a reply tomorrow.
I look forward to it.
It'll be me, I'm the reply.
I suspected as much.
Just
Not
so
your
we
boss.
understand.
You know that I'm serious about this.
I do. She gives you a nod, turns to go, stops in the doorway. Just the tapping on the keyboard. I warn you as much as I'm able with what little I can see. But no one's eyes are everywhere. I'm genuinely very sorry.
As am I.
And you
We
can
will.
see she's just got tears streaming down her cheeks at this point.
We'll do what we can to make it right.
She leaves the room, and you can feel the temperature start to rise again, back to a more ambient room temperature with her departure.
Just sort of a slow exhale. It's a start. Ugh. I need a fucking drink.
You're in the commons, you know where the bar is.
Yep.
Meanwhile, back at the mansion. Anything further for Tessa?
Alana would have stepped in,
Okay.
had her done. She would have had her do her scales, just so she could test where her vocal range was.
Okay.
See her lowest and her max,
Mhm.
and see how long she can sustain a note. And which
technical display kind of
right,
things. Yeah.
right.
Yep,
Like
absolutely.
the basics of like anyone can sing a song. It's the basics of being able to perform for a prolonged period.
Right. Okay.
I would like to disagree. You haven't heard me sing.
Same. She'll give the full gamut of her capacity. It's not bad. You're not talking leading Broadway by any stretch of the imagination, but it's very capable. Is there anything, she says, after she's gone through the routine, is there anything more weird based that we know about that we should be prepared for this?
Insight check.
Wits and empathy.
I was planning on doing it anyways, but
Mhm.
Well, you do know there is a weird requirement, I believe, if I'm recalling correctly.
I think there is. I'm trying to find. Did you post the description of everything in the handouts?
I don't know if I put it in the handouts, but I can give you the link again.
Okay.
Oh, right. At the end of that scene, Phage got a text and started to answer it.
Yes. Mhm.
Yep.
That should take you to
Thank
the
you.
breakdown. Yep. But with one success on those insight checks, Tessa's asking the question of, okay, everything you've put me through before is the sort of audition you'd expect at a community theater. This is a changeling entitlement. There's got to be more to this than just being able to carry a tune, hold a note, breath control, that sort of stuff.
I was looking
Okay.
for specifically,
Mhm.
I wasn't looking for as much immediate reaction as that.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to get like, what's her motivation for wanting to be part of this kind of thing?
On one success, this is a changeling who values knowledge. Knowledge is a tool, maybe knowledge is a weapon.
Okay. That does not alleviate my concerns.
Nope, no worries.
It says weird too.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So everyone who joins must have at least a weird of 2. So at
Yes.
least some
Yes.
stronger connection to weird than baseline.
Yep.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then yeah, like we'll say, you do need to have a strong connection to weird.
Okay. Well, I qualify there.
Do you have access to any contracts that could support your performances?
Some. Are there any in particular I should be seeking out if I don't have?
Like looks at Lana.
I'm thinking the one that
Songs of Distant Arcadia wouldn't go miss.
Yeah, well, I was trying to remember if that was Vainglory or
Yeah, it's 2 dots of Vainglory.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Which is specific to the Ferris, right?
Yeah, that is
I mean,
Ferris seating contract. Anyone can
it's
get it.
easier.
Ferris,
Yep.
like,
Mhm.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It's their specific seaming contract.
Gotcha. Well, Songs of Distant Arcadia would be beneficial.
All right.
That's the main one I know. I'm also a little bluer than the rest of everyone.
Greener?
Yep, that one.
She gives you a little bit of a smirk, not like a derisive one, just like a yep, we've all been there.
How good are you at sussing out danger?
One more question for you. I would just like to know why you would like to help to be a part of this. How you see this helping you.
The keyhole needs harmony. And And unless we know what's going on when, the ability to help and support each other, as well as understand the flaws that we have and how to mitigate those. We're never going to have the party we want if we're constantly trying to patch a leaky roof.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
We will let you know.
All right. And she'll kind of set her jacket that she's wearing around her shoulders again and walk out. As she does so, you hear the door open. She goes, "Oh, whoops, sorry. Yep, nope, yeah, uh-huh." And give me wits and composure, everybody who's there in the living room.
One success.
Two.
One.
All of you smell. You know that sort of mass-produced charcoal plus lighter fluid smell when somebody's cooking out in the summer, mixed with like the heat of warm tar on a road surface or a parking lot, and a faint aroma of some sort of flower, not like a fake Bath and Body Works flower, but like a real genuine like spring hedgerow honeysuckle aroma wafts through the room, and you hear the tap of shoes on the entryway. And
This
there's
is person we recognize by smell.
I don't think any of you do.
Lana will go to answer the door.
You stand up, and there's a prison of violin strings. Somebody's dancing a bow across an instrument. And you hear the tap, tap, tap. You maybe get about halfway there. And a changeling in a pinstripe suit with polished shoes and a hat drawn low across his eye line,
Hey, Mr. Pinstrip Suit.
dancing along with his own violin as he comes in the room. He's playing some sort of odd, it's just this side of bluegrass fiddle, but with a strange lilt to it that seems pulled from somewhere further away, maybe other side of the Atlantic. Hard to place whether it's Africa, Europe, or somewhere in between, but there's a rolling magic vibe to this music as he comes in. And you can see just the nose and a pencil mustache with a little bit of a goatee and a wide grin, almost a little too wide, where the teeth flash through. They're pointed a little bit. If ever somebody had the aura of the individual Charlie Daniels was singing about when he talked about somebody going down to Georgia, this is real damn close. There's a panache and a flair here that is somewhat compelling, but also somewhat dangerous in a way. as Cocklebird dances his way through Adele's front door into Lark's house and just starts playing. He doesn't stop in the living room. He dances through, out and around the kitchen. You hear him slide across the linoleum, and Fred is staring with a violin his way through the house. What's everybody's response to this?
Well, here's Barnaby's favorite.
Alana probably sees Lark scribble something down on the paper that just says all the yes.
Well, let me roll for the man first because he doesn't have perfect luck.
I would like to, at some point when his back is to us, I'm grabbing a book and I'm throwing it at the back of one of his legs.
Just to see how he responds.
Okay, no, absolutely.
This is an early warning system. They need to be aware of danger.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. He's got a specialty and okay.
Sheesh.
Hang on
Keep it
now.
okay.
That's 7 successes for folks who are on the audio.
He got 7 successes on his performance, but now he's also getting an obstacle flung at one of his foundational appendages, which is a very different. That's going to be a dexterity and athletics. Actually, go ahead and give me a dexterity and athletics for the throw for Megan, just to see how on target you are. His defense is 3, so you're at a -3 for this.
Just for fun, because
feel free to throw some willpower into it.
Why would I not want to spend willpower on a largely superfluous roll? And B, we don't want to make it easy on these fuckers.
Right.
4 successes.
Hot damn. All right.
Wow.
He's going to be
right at the back of the knee.
All right. Amazing. He's going to be at a -4. He'll spend
he does it
willpower to keep it a
completely without
-1.
warning.
Oh yeah, no, just grab a heavy volume off a side table and fucking frisbee it at the back of his knee.
I should note you had 3 more dice than you should have because you should have been at a -3 to counteract your +3.
I don't care.
He still got a success in there.
He gets 1 success. You hear it crack in the back of the knee. There's a faint gasp, which is immediately covered by a and he flourishes, swings his instrument out, one in one hand, the bow in the other, takes a deep bow. You see his hat tip off of his head, and you can see a well-combed, greased hairstyle reminiscent, more honestly, of the 1920s than any other era in history, as the hat tumbles to the floor and he just reaches up with the bow, catches it inside the bowl, flips it back up, and as soon as his face is up, the hat is back down and you never actually get to see his eye line.
Right.
Well, it's nice to see that you're not taking it too easy on any of your perspectives today, huh?
Alana's gonna reach over and just grab that pencil and paper and just underline yes and hand it back.
Lark, keeping a serious face, will nod.
Somebody whispered in my ear that the people in this room were not to be too jocular about the momentous occasion, but the future of performance in this city.
Has Lark met him before?
I don't believe so.
Okay, I didn't. I feel like I
just
would
Phage and
remember
Liz that had
if
met.
this-
I was going to say, I
Okay.
think Liz was there last time.
I feel like I would have remembered if she had interacted with him.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah. No, you may have heard stories about this person from Phage and Liz's previous fairly brief encounter back in season 2, I think. But
Yeah. And I mean, Barnaby was all the rage about him, so.
oh yeah, no, Barnaby is just grinning broadly.
Yeah. Hi. I'm Lark.
Barnaby leans forward.
Or
Pardon me, are you Cocklebur, sir?
Oh no.
There's a hiss of an intake of breath between teeth. Don't even get me started.
Your internet just freeze up too?
No,
Okay. So just mine then. Cool.
Just
you.
yours.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yep,
Oh,
no.
no.
Shawnee, you are frozen on our screen while you're walking away from your computer back to the other room.
That was
Amazing.
a little freaky.
How are you in two places at
They're
once?
right here.
Gasp.
Pleasure to make your
Oh, there we
acquaintance,
go.
Miss Lark.
Yes, I've heard many interesting things about you.
I'm an
Okay.
interesting fellow, even at the worst of times.
What do you know about what we're doing here?
Only what the rumors of the winds have brought me. Word on the street.
That's the second time it's done that today. I'll be back in a minute.
Okay.
Word on the street is you're tricking the weird to have it give you the secrets before they land.
That's a good way to put it.
Well, if it's strings to be plucked, I'm your boy.
All right.
You're the first one to come to us with an instrument. All the others have been singers, so it's interesting to see the direction you chose.
Question for you, Jack,
Yes.
because I was reading through this.
Mm-hmm.
It said voices.
Uh-huh.
So would an instrument work, or do they have to be singers?
No, instruments work as well.
Okay.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay. The first line says voices. I just wanted to check.
Yes.
with
No,
that.
that's a bit more there are different ways that a member of this entitlement will be able to manifest it. All of it will need to be auditory in some fashion.
Mhm.
But you could have anything from a barbershop quartet and somebody playing a harp on a street corner, a DJ spinning a particular original composition at a club, anything that's an audible performance. Even somebody doing a monologue at an open mic night without really much in the way of music, as long as the words are spoken aloud, would be able to qualify as the sort of methodology for activating the magical effects that this entitlement will be capable of.
The sounds of feet colliding with chins. I'm just saying theoretically. I'm not. Listen, it's a sound and it's a performance.
I mean, maybe more like tap dance if you've got a nice good
Fair
reverb on there, but
Okay. Lark will say to him, beyond having talent, which you very much have, you need to be in tune with your weird.
well, I'm about 40% of the way there these days.
Okay, that should be good.
Give me an intelligence and occult for Lark.
Okay. One success.
One success.
And
40%? You've never heard somebody put a number on the weird before.
Mm-hmm. Do I feel like that's enough?
With one
Something like
success,
that?
honestly, that's difficult to say.
Okay. Okay. Lark is kind of taken aback by this individual. She will look at the others. Does anyone else have questions for him? Any more books to throw?
Unless you want me to.
I don't believe I have anything else.
There's a quick flourish of bow across strings. He doesn't even have it up on his shoulder, under his chin at this point. There's just a quick strike. All right, flame lady, sure. Give me another one. And he takes a
Oh.
kind of half step back.
So
You
you-
really want it?
Yeah, go ahead and roll me just a straight dex and athletics. No penalties for defense this time.
Okay.
As I need to roll for
I mean-
him and see if he
I
manages.
feel like
to
Lark
show
will
off
remove
well.
whatever book Megan just took from her hands and place a different
One
one
is
in
enough.
there. Just not that one.
Fair enough. And I am definitely spending willpower again because
Oh,
why,
sure.
why do I want to have willpower? That's just silly. 2.
All right. This one comes right at his
Oh.
knees. Right. Mm-hmm.
No, nose.
Oh, nose? Even better. Mm,
He's expecting it to come at the knee.
sure. He did get one success on his
Yes.
watching it come roll. And as it leaves your hands, you see that violin crook into the neck, and there's a rising series of notes, and he leaps. Let's see if he can pull this off. 4 is plenty. He takes 2, 3, 4 steps in thin air. His last step, the toe, hits the top of the book as it passes underneath him, as if it was a stair that he was bounding up. And then he kicks over in an acrobatic flip and lands with another bow.
Okay.
You all can feel the twist of the weird. He definitely used
Yeah.
a contract to
Yeah,
be able
for
to pull that
sure.
off.
Yeah.
He can't just do that all the time. But he also, you can tell, could not pass up an offer to show off either.
Of course.
Megan, as sort of the active participant here, go ahead and give me an intelligence and occult.
Okay. Int. Occult. Nope.
Okay. Yep. That was a mighty impressive acrobatic maneuver that he just pulled out there. Good
Yes.
magic, buddy.
All right. I'm not even going to pretend. If you want to be in, you're in.
Delighted to accept. Let me know when the first rehearsals are.
If you could please give me your contact information.
Shit, I'm gonna have to buy a phone, aren't I?
Hold on. Alana, can you walk over there and just open the lower drawer?
Yeah. So she'll.
When you do, there are like 12. There's like about a dozen just burner phones. Just pick a good one and give it to him.
They're even linked to the chart. Okay, here.
I really hope this house never gets raided by like the FBI because that's gonna you're gonna
look real damn sus.
There's a body in the basement. I mean, it's buried, but
A body?
one Lark
What?
knows of.
There you go.
Hey.
But yeah, they're just use that, and she'll see which one it is. And yeah, I've got the
Okay.
number. I'll put
All
you
right.
down.
Oh, Lana will extend their hand for a handshake.
Somehow the violin and the bow disappear somewhere behind him. And the hands come out, and he does that sort of like old man handshake where you shake the hand and then put the other one on top of it at the same time. Pleasure. Always a pleasure. You're the one. Oh, we heard you come through. The thorns were singing, dancer.
What did they have to say?
Scatting mostly.
Well,
I'm now picturing a tree trying to like
Doobie-doo-wop-a-bop.
randomly jazz.
I wouldn't say I've done much impressive since I've come out, but glad to know that even the hedge thinks it's important that I'm here.
Oh, don't get confident. That's not always
Oh,
a comfortable thing.
no, it's not. It's not confidence. It's apprehension.
Well, keep your hair on. And then, with a little bit of a under his breath, he starts his own scatting and soft shoes his way out of the hallway and out the front door with his new phone in his pocket now.
Just gonna wait for the door to shut. Okay, that was fucking weird, right?
Click.
That's fantastic. I don't know what you're talking about.
No. Don't get me wrong. Absolutely fantastic. 10 out of 10 performance. I would pay to have seen that again. But that's a he has a whole vibe. And she'll just sit down in an armchair.
What jewelry does Alana wear?
She has a couple of gold bracelets she wears and a star necklace.
Okay. You're 2 bracelets down.
Shit.
We'll need to keep an eye on him.
Yeah, you're out like $50.
Pennies.
Yes, I know, Miss. I can buy a country. So when's the next one show up?
I don't know. I think we've got 2 more.
In the meantime, though, Liz and Phage. What's happening on the text
So
line?
what was Liz's text that went to Phage?
Help. Also, I need to show you the new letters.
The
Soon.
immediate response is, all right, help with what? Question mark.
Or those
need-
2 text messages?
Yes, there were 2. I need glamour.
I can definitely help with that.
Okay.
Where do you want to meet?
I don't have a car.
All right,
Can you-
I'll head your way.
Okay.
And Phage will get on her motorcycle and make her way out.
I assume Liz said where she was at some point.
Assuming
That's quite an assumption to make.
if
Yeah,
she doesn't by the time Phage is on the bike, she will text and ask, "Where are you at?"
Okay.
Then she'll answer yes.
Okay. She's at the crack house. You get there. You guys meet up. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Hi.
Hey there.
The letters.
Yes, letters.
It was these 2. Tag gave them to me. She'll show you the new ones that she's gotten. I've been looking them over. They talk about Oberon. I think Oberon may be the one that's trapped in the hedge. In the trod.
That seems possible. Do I have those new ones?
Let me make sure you get added to that. It's that one, I believe, and this one.
512 and 1111.
Yep.
They sent. Talking about setting traps and reefs and don't know for sure, but it may not work. We may not be able to do it the same way. And efforts might fail. She points out the one that says that's like about sacrifice, and the one that's um kind of like about blame.
Is that meant to be Tatiana's handmaiden, or is it meant to be Titania's handmaiden in the 1111?
It's spelled Tatiana.
Okay.
You've noted, however, that the individual with that
spelling errors.
right there's not
There's a few spelling
infrequent
errors there, okay.
Yeah.
spelling errors. Yep.
They used hobgoblins last time too, it sounds like. What kind of point? And there was a concert. I don't know when the concert was, but sometime
The heavy
in
metal
December
concert
of
scheduled next month, December of 20. Is that 2016?
2016
December of 2016.
would have been next month. Sometime in between.
Yeah.
And
what year is it now
in
right now in
current
game?
timeline,
Yeah.
it is spring of 2019. It was
2019.
It was 2018 last year.
Yeah.
Spring 2019.
I'm getting better about remembering it.
Hey, there you go.
One point I was like, isn't it 2014?
3 years.
You can give me a intelligence and investigation. I'm gonna say only a -2 on this one for Phage. And you can spend willpower on it if you'd
gonna
like.
spend a willpower on it because that's gonna be bad for me because you're asking for investigation. No, actually, it's gonna be a chance die either way, even if I do spend a willpower on it.
Eesh.
It's not a 1.
Not a 1. Okay. Yeah, there's layers to the communication here, and it's going to take time to parse these out and try and figure it out. Liz, I'll say now that you've had a chance to read these over, you also can make an intelligence and investigation on these.
Okay.
-1 as well.
All right. I'll spend a willpower. Why not?
Okay.
Three successes.
You are almost dead certain that the 1111 note, those are code phrases. Those are not meant to be taken literally.
Yeah. Okay.
And with 3 successes, there's one medal that comes to mind when dealing with true fae.
Yeah, that thought.
And you don't think the term blast is meant pejoratively as you consider back to that fireball that fills that time bubble in the hedge. That was probably a literal description of what was going to happen.
They used iron in an explosion. They made a bomb.
That's at least one step of what we're looking at. It's a lead, if nothing else.
They got hobgoblins involved to set it up.
Yeah.
Who?
One's from the Killian market.
Do you think the brothers would know?
The wrongs?
Right.
Might be worth asking. If we can find them, their shop was closed up last time we checked. Maybe. It might be worth checking on old Oswald and Wilbur.
Anyway, that's all the notes, I think.
Thank you. Or Wilhelm.
Yes.
Wilhelm.
Oswald and Wilhelm wrong.
Yeah.
Mm.
Something,
Yes.
something screams something.
Green
I mean,
two.
they're meant to be a joke on the Wright brothers, but that's just me.
All right. And you said you need to get glamour.
Yeah.
Oh, where do you want to go?
Megan took me to the hospital.
I can do that if you want to go there again.
What time of day is it right now? Is anyone? Well, I mean, people are asleep anytime there. It's weird. Yeah.
All right. And I'll give you a bit of a hand. Try and make it easier for you.
Okay.
And Phage will drive Liz over to a hospital.
Okay. You guys
And-
pretend that you're there trying to visit some people.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And as Liz is trying to find a good target, Phage will just put a hand on her shoulder and deposit a vernal blessing.
Okay.
Sweet.
What type of emotion is Liz trying to harvest out of sleeping patients' dreams?
She's trying to harvest like good feelings at this point. She
Okay.
needs those. That feels like a good thing to do. Yeah. Like happy. Specifically like kind of new the like happiness of finding something new and surprise kind
Okay.
of type of things.
She's looking for surprise delight kind of
Yes.
thing.
Yeah.
Expectant
Okay.
mothers in the maternity ward.
Maybe. Go ahead and give me a manipulation and empathy. I think you've got dots of harvest for dream, right?
Yes.
You can add
One.
those.
Okay.
You can add willpower if you like, and you get how many dice from?
You get 4 automatic successes.
Oh, just 4 automatic successes.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Okay. I think I'll hold off on willpower right now.
Okay.
I got 1 there.
So
Hey.
5 successes total.
5.
So, yep, 5
Excellent.
successes. Yep. So you gain 5 glamour
Sweet.
as you dance through a couple people's dream cycles, depositing images of stuff they would not have expected to find in their dreams that give a level of satisfaction, happiness, contentment, and sort of positive emotions of an unexpectedly pleasant slumbering hallucination.
Yay. Excellent.
And you feel your own spirits rise somewhat in response as that happiness tinged glamour and emotional outflow is absorbed by you.
Yay. All right.
As she returns, Phage will ask, "You want to come right along with me? I need to go get some myself anyway."
Sure.
And Phage will bring Liz along on a trip to get some glamour for herself.
Okay. Phage going back to her normal
Her
rounds
regular
of bars
haunts.
and restaurants.
Her regular haunts, yeah.
Okay. Manipulation and persuasion.
She'll
As
put
you
she'll
push
put her own
people-
blessing into this.
Yeah, by all means.
Manipulation, persuasion.
Do you have any dots of harvest? I'm trying to remember. I think
do.
you do, right?
I have 3 dots of harvest.
3 dots of, yep. 3 dots of emotional harvest there.
That's still on chance.
You're still rolling a chance die. Yep. Try that again.
Okay, so +5, so 7 glamour.
7.
Nice.
All right. Does that put you over?
No, not even close.
Okay. So yeah, you drink deep of people's inability to maintain their preferred inhibitions under your influence and temptation. But with a successful bout of peer pressuring accomplished, where are you guys headed next?
You want me to drop you back at the row house?
She looks out the window. I would like to activate a contract,
Okay,
spending 2 of my glamour that I just gained.
there you go.
To read the portents. It's from Contracts of Omen.
Okay.
109 in the spring book.
Right.
I would like to try and figure out the most significant upcoming event in my future.
Okay.
I want to get into that house that I have been trying to break into, held back from by Akujin and various other things. I want to know what might happen in there.
So it's not necessarily going to tell you that.
No, it might not.
Mhm.
It might tell me something completely different.
But it will tell you
Okay.
about the most important thing that's about to happen.
Yep.
Assuming you don't make any particular changes.
Botches. Yes.
Right. Go ahead and roll me wits and weird then.
Okay.
You are at a -2 because you're trying to view your own future.
Yes. Wits and weird. Is this something I can spend willpower on?
Yes, it is.
I would spend willpower on this.
Okay, so you'll just be at a +1 for that then.
Okay. Here we go. 4 successes.
4 successes. You can see reflections in the window as you're looking out the passenger side of the car. It reflects your face. Reflects a faint image of Phage there. And those images stay, but they twist a bit. You see your own face, tear-stained, in clear distress. You see Phage's face, tilted back, glassy-eyed, mouth part way open, blood staining the entire side that you can see. And you see a number of sharp-looking objects. Some knives, some axes, and at least one jagged wooden spike. And there's a number of shifting shapes, many of them changeling. I want you to give me a wits and composure -4.
Oh. I'm going to keep burning willpower.
Okay.
It's just -1.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
You peer at some of those disparate faces, all of whom have a somewhat similar aspect to them, but you can't quite piece together what common feature it is that binds this crowd of weapon-wielding assailants in unity before you see your own tear-stained face, the mouth pop open as a bloody, jagged wooden spike rips out of your open mouth towards you as something stabs you through the back of the skull. And you blink back. You unfortunately did not see anything about that house.
Okay. How close is that house to the row house? I don't think it's super close.
Not
If I'm
super,
remembering
not
right.
super close. No. Mm-mm.
Okay.
It's kind of north central, northeast central Baltimore, whereas it's West Baltimore is where the crack house is.
Yeah, just at the house. It's fine.
You sound a little hesitant there.
I don't know what I'm doing.
I'm sure you saw this when you were in my dream, but neither do I.
Yeah. But I'm making Aquagene something at the house, so I should finish that.
All right.
Don't tell him it's a secret.
Oh, my lips are sealed. Not literally, you know what I mean.
Yeah, as
Yeah,
far
it's-
as you're aware, Phage has not kissed a seal in a very long time.
Yeah, Phage will take Liz back to the row house.
All right. Meanwhile, back at the mansion.
Mhm.
There's a pause. Nobody seems to be immediately waiting at the door. So you guys have a few minutes to discuss or converse if you need to.
Whenever Lark gets a moment, what time of day is it?
Right about now, you're pushing 4 p.m. probably.
She's going to send a text to Phage
Okay.
that just says, I'd like to get a chance to talk to you. Dinner tonight, my place, ?
There's a slight pause before the response comes back. Sure, what time?
She'll say like 7, since we still have 2 more people. Show up whenever.
All right.
The question:
Mm-hmm.
Are you doing it? Are you doing any, how best to put it, security screening on who you're auditioning?
I mean, probably a good idea.
Because I was thinking,
Most of
like,
them are fairly well known in the
Mhm.
field. I don't know. Barnaby suggested this last one as she looks at Barnaby.
Oh, the last one's great.
Oh, okay.
I'm not. It's not the last one that I'm worried about. It's not the one before that that I'm worried about. It's the one that we're not going to see coming, because this is, if I'm understanding how this works, what your entitlements, the plan for it is to be an early warning system, right?
Yes. No,
If there's somebody whose motivations are suspect, that's where you put your secret mole or whatever the case may be, to screw that up. And then what, something that gets that the freehold is relying on to keep them safe is corrupted.
I get what you're saying. Okay, so at this point we only need 1 more.
And you have 3 more candidates potentially today.
I thought it was 2 more. Am I wrong?
You're still missing Jenny Midnight, Cyrene, and Sally
Nina
Halfpence. No, Nina LaPetals was the first person.
Was the first
to
one?
stop by.
All right.
Yep.
So-
mhm.
Oh, I didn't see Sally on this.
Sally Halfpence is the first name on the list, right? About Coggles.
Oh, I did. I'm sorry. Yeah, I didn't
No, it's
see
all
that
good.
one. Okay, yeah, we've got 3 more.
You know Sally. She has performed at the
Yes.
Night Gallery a number of times. You know that she is one of the most talented performers that you've seen.
she's the one Lark is honestly like leaning towards, even
Mhm.
though we haven't finished auditions yet.
She is Winter, but
Added
so
bonus.
is
But we
Nina.
d-
Yeah,
Yeah,
added
but Lark
bonus
does
there.
know her. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So she'll mention. Yeah. I mean, I'm going to give everyone a fair audition. I'm
Of course.
seriously considering she hasn't auditioned yet, but Sally. I know her fairly well.
It'd be nice for us politically. It'd be nice for us to have. This sounds slimier than what I'm trying to imply, but an inroad to Winter, someone within Winter who has a connection to you, and that's to us.
She's also, I mean, I know that she's extremely talented.
Was she the
So-
one who played the other night with the performance before Shabeth?
Was she?
Mhm.
Yes, she was.
Okay. I liked her rendition of Black Parade.
Yeah, I've known, I met her shortly after I got out, so I have a lot of confidence in safety there. I mean, I can't say that 100%, but
Do we
That's fair.
it no, I'm not saying that it was a bad decision, but with 2 slots on the table, was taking one off immediately a good idea?
I don't know, but he made such an impression. I wasn't going to say no.
Right.
Look, I don't think.
Also, I can put someone else in if someone else impresses us enough.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't have to. We need at least one more. We can take more if we wish. But if we're concerned for safety and who we can and can't trust, then I'm
Smaller
saying
numbers are
it's-
better.
Yeah, it's safest to go with those that we know.
Yeah.
Barnaby
not-
will kind of lean forward. Based on the research I've been able to do for entitlements, a founding ceremony with 5 is the most harmonious with the weird. But so even if you've got more candidates, but you want to play it safe, kick things off with 5 and then, join up
Add
a few more
the
5
day
minutes
after.
afterwards,
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Mhm.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds good.
I would say, and I say this not trying, like I'm not part of the entitlement. I'm not trying to impose anything. I'm just saying, if somebody feels particularly right to you, they're probably right.
You have
Like
good
that
instincts,
last one
Sark.
was-
Like the last guy.
Yeah, like I said, I wasn't even
Yeah.
gonna.
Yeah.
I could have pretend, but no, I not after that.
Just, I don't know. Not to be the doomy one here, but realize any one of them might be privateer, whatever,
Yeah.
etc.
Well, any one of them, she stares at Alana and then looks at Butterfly.
Fair. Absolutely fair.
Butterfly,
Anyone-
are you a privateer?
No, Liz has seen it.
Right. God damn. The thing is, I knew it was going in that direction about half a second before you said it.
That's what I was expecting to hear.
Good
So Yes.
to know. Go back to Gilmore Girls.
outside of family,
Stars aren't hollow.
God damn it. Outside of family, we have to keep that in mind, but go with who feels right. I think that if I were running starting an entitlement, that's what I would be going off of. Don't overthink it too much.
Okay.
Also, you're going to have to convince 3 people that they can dance after we've driven some nails into their legs. So, that's going to be fun. A little bit of a.
Sorry, what?
Was that Barnaby?
Yeah. And he holds up the paper. He's got a copy of it, the one titled Mutterings of a Diviner's Chorister. There's a little poem about this whole thing that somebody had been doing research for. It's a little bit of a recipe, a kind of a cookbook to making an entitlement. 8 to a beat, 6 to a measure. Death in the future, moments to treasure. Price for the piper, hedge fur and gilt eggs. A trio of dancers with nails in their legs. 1 to conduct and at least 2 for the song. Steel from the forge, ringing doom to the strong. I'm still trying to piece together the exact recipe and conduction of how this is going to play out, but that line is pretty damn clear. And
I'll take the nails.
Ballsy.
If there's anyone that can handle the pain of doing that, it's me.
We are a deeply fucked up society. I just think that needs to be acknowledged every now and then.
Aren't you Spring? The whole like anything is attainable as long as you're willing to pay the price for it kind of thing?
I'm not saying yes, and I fully believe that.
Okay.
I am fucked up as well.
Yeah, okay. I just wanted to.
You fucked up people. We escapees.
Yep.
Barnaby, Lark, I owe the 2 of you an apology. I got a lot in my head and a lot in my temper in the last 24 hours, and I'm sorry about that. I was doing a lot of black and white thinking, and I should have realized that the advice you were giving me was for the situation at hand and not my entire life. My brain is still not right. So I definitely need to get a hold of my emotions. But once everything is a little less tossing grenades into campfires, then I will pursue my musical career. But for now, that's on the back burner, and I'm helping Lark.
Lark will hug Alana.
Thank you.
You don't even need to apologize.
No,
Trust
she's
me,
right.
When I had my whole freak out about not wanting to be part of the Changeling world, I ran off into the snow, into the middle of a blizzard, into like a fight, and pissed off everyone in the Motley, and I was so bratty about it. So you are completely fine.
Glad to know I'm not the only one.
On the other hand, handle things with complete maturity and rationality at all times.
What were you doing last night, Megan? Or was it this morning? Whenever.
It was this morning.
Yeah.
Somebody needed help. I helped them.
Uh-huh.
I hope you got paid.
Of course I got paid. But the money isn't the point.
Somewhere in the distance, my mother is screaming.
The money.
Oh, good. Can I do other things?
How dare you?
So, anyways, we got another one coming soon, or
I have no clue.
Barnaby will go get the door. And 3 people walk in.
Oh.
One of them you recognize as Sally Halfpence.
Okay.
A a mask of brownish hair, a little bit of an upturned nose, wearing a little bit of a beret, but underneath you can see the wintry aspect, and the highest mantle of any of your current auditioners to this point. And then the other two, Jenny Midnight is a fairest shadow soul. Autumn Court, you recognize her. She's part of John Coffin's motley. And then Cyrene is another winter. Little newer, but definitely an elemental of some sort. And they all step in. Sally kind of looks around. Lark, you're coming into your own.
Trying to, yeah.
How's it going so far?
Auditions or my life the past 24 hours?
I'll take either.
Auditions are going fine.
Good. Well, I'm pretty sure that's what the three of us are here for. Cyrene
Yes.
just gives a very silent nod, clearly in awe of Sally, who's a member of her court, but wildly outranks her. Jenny just has this sort of abstract look to her a little bit, with that blowing of autumn leaves ever so occasionally wafting out from amongst her clothes and then evaporating back inside again. Do we want to do group or individual?
I would like to see you guys individual. We're also going to be working as a group. Can I
Take a
say-
pool cue, break it in three, and throw it down in front of. No.
Can-
Wait, everybody gets a weapon in this trial? Damn, you guys are
It's
generous.
more fun that way.
Okay, I guess.
Sorry. Kill me.
Let's just Joker this shit right now.
There you go.
I think
Oh, the-
understanding the ability to harmonize is an important skill. We should probably test it.
Yeah, both I think would be good.
All right. She kind of drags the other two off, and you can hear a slightly whispered conversation as they try and decide what they're going to present next. And then there's a pause, and it comes back, and they start to sing, working in concert, all cooperating together. So we're going to have some assistances, and then Sally, of course, takes lead because the other two are clearly aware that she probably outclasses them for the most part, but they're going to do their best. So assistance for, all right, she gets 3 from Jenny, and she gets 3 from Cyrene. So she's rolling at a +9 for this. Because she's going to spend a willpower as well. 4 successes. It takes them a moment to find because they obviously have not rehearsed this. But as they blow into a 3-part impromptu performance of Haim's Want You Back.
No, okay.
With 4 successes, they pull it off pretty darn well. And that's where we're going to close for the evening. Say
Good
goodbye,
night, everybody.
Bye.
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 Bye.